Welcome to Cats in the Cradle, a growing bond between father and son. Please enjoy listening to us work through conversations about all the challenges life gives us. I truly value the growth I experience alongside my son. We hope you enjoy the podcast. Welcome to another episode of Cats in the Cradle, a conversation between a father and son as we learn to navigate life. Enjoy listening to us stumble through our conversation. We've sit here today and we've got a few questions for one another. We always start off with a bit of a dad joke and then head into a random question. And then we head into a bigger question in life. And then we look to find the lessons we've learnt about each other today. So enjoy another episode of Cats in the Cradle. Oscar, how are you, mate?
Good. How about you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. You got something for me?
The joke?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I asked my dog what's 2 minus 2.
What's 2 minus 2?
He said nothing.
I don't know where to go with that. Do I say nothing?
He said nothing,
Yeah,
as in like
yeah.
the answer and like.
I get it. I just went to further the joke and just say nothing.
You tested the waters.
I did. How did I go?
Room for improvement.
Room for improvement. I love it. Hey, what do you call a factory that makes ordinary products?
A satisfactory.
Boom. Oh, I didn't even get to get the punchline out, but that's all right. Questions. Random questions. What do we got? Because I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. And one of the things that happens in here is I don't actually know what Oscar's going to present. He doesn't know what I'm going to present. And I think that's half of the beauty of this conversation because it's just as we do life. So, with that in mind, Oscar, what do you got for me?
If you could be any age for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Ooh. Can I ask why you asked that question?
Actually, no. I just thought it was just a good question. Also, to kind of say, like, would you want young and be free, or like old and wise?
Ooh. You often hear that people want to be a younger version of themselves with the knowledge that they have as they get older, right? I really like the age that I'm at right now.
Okay.
Would you like to know why?
Because you're not too old, not too young? Kind of in the middle, kind of?
Yeah. Like I think now more than ever, I'm learning more about life and I'm getting to implement those lessons. Like life was really good for me as a young guy, learning myself, but getting to be a dad now, getting the opportunity to see you grow, having the opportunities with business, running the not-for-profit and actually connecting with people, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've learnt over the years is really starting to pay dividends now.
Mm-hmm.
I really like how old I am now.
Is it because you're wise and you have less grey hairs?
I've got plenty of grey hair. I think more so because when I was a lot younger, I just did things, had a crack, right? And some things were great, some things were really ordinary. It made lots of lessons. But now I'm really aware of the impact I have on others.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. I like understanding that my projection can be positive or negative.
Yeah. So
being at this age now and learning that, it feels like a real gift. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Have you got any questions around that?
No.
All right. So I got a question for you, right? That it's a little bit random. You know cheese with holes in it?
Yeah.
Right? Do you think that was an accident and they just ran with it, or do you think they made that cheese deliberately?
I think I have a lot of answers, but I think maybe because the flavor is so intense and disgusting, so like they had to make less of it, so it wouldn't be as good.
So you think they made... So was it deliberate or was it an accident?
It was deliberate. Or it could be because they wanted to sell it at the same price without holes and they wanted to like save some cheese and like just, you know, like...
It's a cost-cutting exercise, you think?
Yeah.
Do you think that's smart?
Yeah. Well, yeah, kind of.
Right.
Then if a 12-year-old figured it out, I mean, it's not too smart, but
So, because Jarlsberg's really expensive, right?
yeah,
And that's an awesome cheese.
yeah. But then again, you're getting less cheese for buying the more expensive one.
Right. I like it. I like it. I like the way you think. Okay. So I've got a really big question for you now, if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's a question that I think is going to open up some dialogue between us. It's going to be challenging.
Okay.
Okay. And just challenging in the way of learning to understand things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask it and then we'll see how we go from there. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the traits or attributes that you think you will need to become a good man?
Oh, hang on. Just give me. That's actually kind of hard question.
Yeah. You understand what a trait or an attribute is, don't you?
Yes.
Okay. What is it? What is it in your mind? What is it, a trait or an attribute?
The things that make you you. Like, say you're happy, you're kind. Like, personality traits, kind of like that.
Yeah, very much so.
Uh, generosity.
Okay. Why generosity?
It's important in my opinion. So instead of generosity, gratitude. Because I think that it'd be a lot better if I understood like how lucky I am. You know, like as a person.
Okay, so is that more of a human trait or more of a trait of being a man? Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I love that, right? Because you went straight to the thought pattern of what it means to be a good human.
Yeah, but
And
not
yeah, which I actually want to discuss with you.
leadership.
Leadership. Okay, why leadership?
Because it's important to know, even leadership, not as in like, not like being a leader, but just as in being able to kind of step up, in my opinion. So not just for not just for other people, but for you as well. Like being able to have the courage to get yourself out of a bad situation. No, I don't know.
No, but I like what you're saying there, and I'm just being careful of not putting words into your mouth, because leadership, and from what I think I hear you saying, is that self-leadership.
Yeah, that, yeah.
Okay, so what would that look like?
It would. I don't know. I think it looked like a you leading like yourself, of course, but making choices for yourself and not just letting other people do it for you.
Perfect, I like it. What else do you think makes a good man?
Resilience. Is that one?
Yeah, but what does resilience look like?
Like do you know something like I get knocked down, but I get up again. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Chumbawamba.
Yeah, that. So not letting other people get you down, and like mainly like having the courage to keep on going over and over and over again.
Why is that important?
I don't know how to explain. I just know a story that's like this, right? So there's like this people who are digging for gold, and then they were spending heaps of money on it, but then they quit, and I think it was maybe 3 foot underneath where they had stopped. There was a massive pit of gold, and they would have got so rich. So if they would have had tried one more time, they would have been so rich.
So what's the moral in that story, or what's the lesson in that story?
Be resilient and understanding where to really go. Like there are points in life where you might have to stop, but there are always more chances to keep on going.
Yeah, I like that, because I was just about to ask you, what if they were digging and they ran out of money,
Yeah.
right? And they had no other options.
Yeah.
How could you be resilient in that moment?
Sponsors. Or a shovel. I'm not a shovel, but it's just like it's more about putting in the work so you can get results.
Yeah, but you've exhausted all your resources, right? You've got no money left and you're digging, but you've got hope. You really want to go again. What could you do?
You wait, you save, and you keep on going with your dream.
Is there anything else you could do?
I don't know.
Well, think about it for a moment, right? Your back's against the wall. You've run out of money. You've done everything you can possibly do, but you know there's a goal there. There's something that's there. There's gold up ahead. You know it in your gut. What could you do?
Ask for advice.
Who would you seek that from?
Oh, it depends.
Depends on what.
It depends, like what advice you need.
We're digging for gold. Who would you go and see?
I would go and. Well, at the moment, I don't think it's about digging for gold. I think it's about the financial situation.
So who would you see?
What do you call it? A financial. Financial. What do you call it? It's a financial helper. Whatever it's called.
Investor. You can find an investor. Yeah.
Yeah, investor. That's what you call it.
Yeah.
Or a mortgage broker.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the lesson there?
Keep on going.
Right.
Be resilient.
Be resilient, right? And that's what we're talking about. I just want to commend you for looking at it and going, okay, so there's a problem. I'm at the end of the line. I've got no resources. But is that the truth? Resilience is about finding more resources, finding ways to get through things. Yeah. I really like that. Yeah.
Now time for my big question.
Oh, I'm not finished with it yet.
No.
Unfortunately. So I'm going to ask you to stay with me because your big question is something that you really want to dive into. And I can feel that that's where your mind is going.
Yeah.
So if you can we just stay on track? Because so far we've got resilience, right? Self-leadership, qualities of being a good man. Okay. What other qualities are important about being a good man?
Kindness. I know everyone says it, but like, it's just generally something people need.
Okay.
Or even more.
Is there a difference between kindness between a man and a woman?
I don't. Not necessarily.
Is there a different way that a man and a woman can project kindness, do you feel?
Not really. They can do the same thing.
Okay. Explain kindness.
Kindness is being kind to another. Essentially sharing happiness.
Can I challenge that?
Mm-hmm.
I think kindness is more than that.
Okay. I don't know then. I've always thought of kindness as just being kind to someone, as in like, say, giving money to the poor or doing a favor for someone, you know? But I don't know.
Kindness can be simply just giving somebody a smile that you know that it's not wearing one.
Yeah, sharing happiness.
Okay, fair call. Yeah, I'll take that because that's showing happiness, right? I feel like there's more in this question. So are you okay if we continue with it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I feel like it's a question because it's on without notice that it's really hard to think about.
Mm-hmm.
So can I help you think about this for a sec?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can you pick somebody, a male figure in your life that you look up to?
Roger Federer.
Okay, great. Okay. So what are the attributes that he has that you think make a good man?
Um. Um. He's like, I don't know what you call it, but he's not cocky. Like he's
Humble?
humble. That's
That
what you
what?
call it. Humble.
Yeah. So what does that mean?
Um. Humble means like it's similar to kindness, similar, but there's a difference. It's like I don't know how to explain it. Um, open arms, I guess, kinda. I, I know what it is. I just don't know how to explain it.
Okay. I appreciate that.
And it's
What else has he got?
talent.
Talent. Okay. How do you think he developed that talent? Or did he develop it? Did he just have it naturally?
I think that he worked on his strengths,
So what did that take?
work and effort.
What kind of work?
I guess doing like. Have you ever heard about the iceberg theory?
Sure.
So the iceberg theory is like where's the iceberg on top where you can see and you can't see. So the top of the iceberg, which everyone can see, is success, greatness, and money.
Yep.
And the bottom of it is the work, effort, sacrifice, and everything else.
I have heard of it and I love it.
Yeah.
So why do you think that's important?
Wait, can you elaborate on that?
Why do you think that iceberg analogy is important?
Because it shows that people who are rich, right, even if they did get it from their parents, they still had to do it for it. It's not like they just inherited it. There was someone who had to start the business, start the struggling and sacrificing for that to actually happen.
Yeah, giddy up. I like that. And that's just not, rich is not just financial. Rich is in, friendships.
Yeah.
It can be in community connection. Yeah. I really like that. I feel like this topic I could sit here and ask a lot more questions.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm just going to ask you to pick 5 words, if that's okay, to summarize that part. Okay. What are 5 words that you would use to summarize a good man?
Self-leadership, resilience, effort,
Like that.
responsibility,
Brilliant.
and how many is that? That's 4, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And lucky last is integrity.
Ooh, big one. I like it. Good work. Have you got any questions for me around that?
Not really.
Okay. Just so you know,
Mhm.
I would have picked pretty much the same. If I had to pick 5 words, it'd be very much the same. Self-leadership. Integrity is a great one. The only other one I would have put in there is kindness.
Mhm.
Yeah. Instead of resilience, I would have put kindness.
Yeah.
But do you think they're traits of a good man or a good human?
Man.
Ooh, why?
I don't know. Man. Both kind of.
Yeah, I get that. I'll put you on the spot there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see what would come up. So thank you.
Yeah.
Have you got a question you'd like to ask me?
Yes.
Should I be nervous?
Not really. It's just. I think you should be able to know this one at the park. It's just a random question, but
Okay.
in your eyes, what does it mean to be healthy?
That's actually a good question because my eyes in health is healthy is not just a physical attribute. Healthy is what do you like? Mentally healthy, health-wise. What do you like? Physical health, nutritional health, financial health.
Yeah.
Relationship health.
Yeah.
there's a lot of areas in life that require health. And health, positive, good or bad, fluctuates.
Yeah.
You know, we try and focus on the good because the good will give us a better quality of life.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do I think is the most important part, do you think?
Wait, what do you think is the most important part?
Nutritional, mental, physical, social,
Social.
financial.
Financial.
What's most important to you?
It's gonna sound dumb, but I think social,
Okay, explain that.
because it's very like, I feel like if your financial situation's bad,
Yeah.
right? There's always ways to fix that.
Yep.
But a lot of people nowadays, it's very hard for them to have social health.
Right. What are you saying around that?
Like they'll do anything and everything to avoid even just going outside, which is horrible. But I mean, it's their choice. But
Where are you experiencing that? Where are you experiencing that?
I'm not. Oh, I mean, I prefer to stay home, so I guess my social health needs to be improved, but it's all right.
We've talked about that though.
Yeah.
So, and you do a lot of social things, and like you do a lot of tennis, swimming, Yu-Gi-Oh. You know, so you are social. You're just not social in the normal ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is going out to parties, X, Y, Z. You're very active in your community.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. I think that's really important too. However, I really think physical health for me is probably the primary one for me.
Okay.
Because this vessel that we're given determines how we get around. It determines how much energy we have. It determines how we can show up, how we present ourselves. Yeah. So if we work on our physical, we're much better in our mental, our social. Yeah. Because we're able to do the things that we want to do. Sorry, go
continue. I was just thinking, because social people, right? Your friends can help determine. No, not what do you call it? It's it's the help, the thing that motivate you to do
Explain
stuff.
that to me.
So they friends help you motivate you to do stuff.
Yeah, true. But if you're physically strong and you've got good physical health, do you think that you're more willing to go and do more social things because you've got more energy?
Don't know.
I think so.
Okay.
So it's been my experience that my physical health will determine how well I can actually get up and go again, go and do more things, be more available for more opportunities. You know, but it also helps me with my emotional health in the aspect that I can have a lot more conversations if I have the energy and the strength to stay in the conversation. Hence why I put so much effort into actually keeping physically healthy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Any questions around that?
No, not really.
Why was health such an important question to you?
Because it's something that a lot of people aren't doing. Like people aren't really socially healthy. Mentally, physically, financially. Well, I mean, some people are.
So what does physical health look like to you?
I don't think it's being ripped and jacked.
No.
So in my opinion, there are two different sort of things.
Yeah.
Like there are visible abs or usable abs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Right. So again, everything is not about the way you look. It's about the way you're able to use the things that you work on. So say if you work on your arms, you don't look like Dwayne The Rock Johnson, right? Whatever his name is. But like, it's a lot better if you have the usable. It's kind of like the guy you see on the street who has a Rolex.
Yeah.
Right? He would look great, but his financial situation could be absolutely awful.
So true.
So it's in my opinion, I think it's a lot better to be underestimated than to be overestimated. Because if you're underestimated, you have the motivation to push yourself, to show people. So the main thing is that that if wait, hang on, what was the question again? I went off so far.
No. Well, I sort of see where you're going there with the aspect of, so often things can be a show,
Yeah.
right? But where's the real strength coming from? That's sort of what I felt like you were saying. Like, you can have a six-pack and look great, but is it as strong as somebody who doesn't have a six-pack but can do all the big lifting and all the bits and pieces?
I think the guy who does the videos where he dresses up as the
Anatoly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't look like much.
Yeah.
It's underestimated.
Yeah.
But he can actually do a lot more, and people are very surprised about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is he more humble, do you think?
Yes. A lot more humble.
Yeah. Why do you think that's important?
Because if he was like that and was very cocky, it wouldn't be great.
Okay.
But because he's humble, it makes himself look a lot more. It makes him look like a better person, right? Because if he was just ripped and cocky, no one would like him. But because he's like, I don't know how to explain it.
So why is that important though? Like if you look at that, because this is something I'm going to go off track completely here, because with social media and the opportunities around that, everything is about getting likes, right? About wanting to be liked, get all these likes, get all these followers, right? And that's what we see on the surface. But we never really know what's going on underneath the surface.
Mm-hmm. Also, that kind of brings money in for them.
100%. What do you think of social media?
I think it's good if it's used in the right way, but it's not. Like, in my opinion, Facebook's just for people showing off like what they had for breakfast, right? And it's like, okay, good for you.
Would you like to talk about it one day? Do you think we should do an episode solely on social media? Because there's a lot of things I've got to talk about on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're getting close to the end of the episode. It's been really interesting me listening to you today, because I found myself when you go into your thinking and I see your brain ticking over and trying to work, yeah? And I go, oh, do I jump in here? Do I try and help you? Because, we're getting broadcast.
Yeah.
And I go, oh. But I really enjoy letting you just work through the situation, work through the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because you come up with some great stuff. How does it feel for that?
Good. It's just hard. My brain's very exhausted right now, but yeah.
Well, it's the end of the school year. You've had a lot go on. A lot of tennis, a lot of bits and pieces.
Woke up at 8:40.
So my question to you is, what have you learned today?
I learned what it means to be healthy.
Okay.
And
what are you going to take away from that?
Maybe having a deeper understanding of what I need to work on.
What do you feel you need to work on?
Mindset, as we're already planning to do that, but yeah. I think that's and what personality traits people should have.
What do you think they should?
Yeah, what I think they should have.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Or is that personality traits you should have, and that you should showcase by example?
That, yeah.
Okay, self-leadership.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Anything else to add today?
No.
Giddy up. Well, I'd say thank you for taking the time to watch Cats in the Cradle, a conversation between a father and son, 12-year-old Oscar and 46-year-old Scott, learning to navigate life. We will get things wrong, but I think we're prepared to step into that and grow together. So Thank you. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Bye.
Thank you for taking the time to listen to a podcast that is creating a stronger bond between a father and son. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel to give us encouragement to do more. If you really like what we are doing, we would love to talk to you about sponsoring an episode, or even better, a season, so that we can continue to share our journey. Reach out to Scott at ihopeyouaresmiling.au@gmail.com. We hope you are smiling. Thanks for listening.